What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode. Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's go. So, we're going to do the depths now. I need to, no, wait, I'll do the garden first. That makes more sense. Yeah. Yeah, let's do the garden first. That makes more sense. We'll do the butterfly and all that good stuff. Gives you a little more souls, a couple more levels, and, you know, potentially some more upgraded gear if you haven't done +5 on your main weapon yet. I don't think I'll bother killing this boy. Should we? He only gives souls, I think, and he just drops Demon Titanite with it, which is good for boss weapons. So it's not like you need to worry too much about killing him now. As Julia is well acquainted with their grapple move, you'll be aware that they can just grab you and just munch on your head. So you'll want to watch out for that. It's good to just kind of keep them at a distance and then swing after they... Oh, I don't know what that was. Swing after they give an opening. Same as like literally every enemy in the game. After they attack, they'll do that little bounce off if you're blocking with the shield. Boing. See, so you can still do the same general strategy. Here we go. It's good to come here before doing Blighttown anyway, just because you get some clumps. Yeah, I got some red. I don't know if I got purple. No, I just got a couple red. It just helps out. It gives you some useful things for later on. Hiya. Oh, hello there. Oh. So many people playing this game. Yeah, I guess I'll rest here. You can kindle this one. I don't know that I'd suggest it. I would suggest maybe after you finish exploring this area, when you're ready for the boss, I'd suggest reversing your hollowing at this bonfire before coming down here. I almost always summon the NPC. I don't usually bother with that item. It's not really worth waking them up. After you pick up that item, if I'm remembering right, it might have changed with the remaster, but after you pick up that item, every time you come past here, they won't be in the ground anymore, and they'll chase you when you walk past. So that's something that might have, that's something that might have changed. But we are gonna come over here and kill these living trees. I know that it's kind of redundant, as all trees are living, but you know what I mean. Killed a pretty stingray frog. Oh yeah. Don't bother killing that one. Just kind of stick to this side when you come over here. just to prevent pulling anything else. We'll wrap right around and up in here. We'll fight the big boy. So general strategy with the big boy is to get your hits in while he's casting Tranquil Walk of Peace. Switch back to your shield, just block, swing, just keep rolling, or not rolling, but walking around him while blocking, let him attack, swing, swing, yeah, there, he's dead. Good to two-hand your weapon while he's casting Tranquil Walk, so that you get a little more damage on him while he's doing that. As soon as he stands up, as long as you're kind of like behind him, he'll almost always cast Tranquil Walk. That's kind of what all of them want to do right away. Grab the ring. I'm going to jump off just because if I walk back that way, I think there's another giant that's sleeping right where you start going up those stairs. So if you go back the same way you came, sometimes he'll be there and he'll just walk out and be a nuisance. Oh. Am I playing online? I am. Celeste. Hey, Celeste. Oh yeah, looks like this area updated. Yeah, so we'll just come back here. I am going to equip the wolf ring because it's super helpful. This guy won't jump up if you just walk past him. When you come in here, though, there's the weird little snake guy. And the Partisan. And then when you come back out, he will have sprouted up and come running in to kill you. So something to keep in mind if you want to grab the Partisan. Just stick to this side. The oh jeez, I don't want to get too close. You can see there's sleeping giants. There's tree men that'll jump up, and all this. I think over there is the night set anyway. I'm not sure if it's the night set or the elite night set, but either way, it's not worth doing it if you're going to fight the boss. I'd suggest like running and grabbing it, and then like running to the bonfire, or running to the boss fog, one of those. So there's another giant here, so we'll kill this guy. As soon as you can lock on, you can hit him. So again, keep the shield up, rotate around, get a hit. Shield up, rotate around, get a hit. Shield up, rotate around, get a hit. Shield up. Hit. Oh. I'll pop off because I was stupid. So this is, oh, not that. Who are you? Oh, hello there. These halberd users in their fashion. I don't know, some kind of cult going on here. There's this summon sign, and this is Beatrice. And for this fight, she is invaluable. I highly recommend summoning her if you're gonna do this fight when I'm doing it. Unless you've gone for a sorcerer. Like really, that's the only time that I'd say there's no real need to bother with her. You saw Julia struggle with this fight. And the main reason for the struggle was that her ranged battle options were very limited. You have fireballs as a pyromancer, but you only have, what, 8? And there's certain animations that the butterfly is in, and certain angles where you hit her where the fireballs just don't do anything. So you've got to be very careful with them. I mean, there were other problems with Julia's fight with the butterfly. Like, she didn't have an upgraded weapon at all, which really held her back. So you can absolutely do this without Beatrice, but, well, I'm going to show you. I am going to equip a shield with better magic resist. Hey. And that's why you take Beatrice. Come on, Beatrice, wake up. Hey, hey. Yo. Beatrice? Just, oh my god, she's really struggling here. Ouch. That bomb is a real pain in the ass. Oh, jeez. Watch me die to the butterfly now. Good god. Yeah, but that's why you summon Beatrice. It just makes the fight, you know, so much simpler if you don't have reliable range, like I don't. You can get a bow and get Andre to, you know, buff it up with some Titanite shards, and you can, you know, have the bow and get a hit in after dodging an attack, things like that, but just Beatrice makes it. Beatrice just makes it so that you don't have to worry about the fight. So at the top here, we can grab our coal and our key and our homeward bone from this, you know, abandoned blacksmith. That seems rude. He's already dead. And I'll just homeward bone because I'm not going to run all the way back down these stairs and through the garden and all that. There's no point in that. I'll spend these souls. What do I want? To 18 vitality. Yeah, that looks good to me. Alright. Now we'll go back to Andre. Oh. Swap that back. Oh my god. Getting so many red moss clumps. Actually, I don't think I will go back to Andre. I think I will do my typical route. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, no purple clumps for me. You can see he saw me. If you go up there, he will chase you. Ding. Because the thing is, they have very low poise, so when you hit them, they stagger. So we'll cool little scene. We'll come down here. So you can see the crystal lizard there. Oh, he's starting to glow. He gets alerted to you like right around here. So run and swing as soon as you can. Make sure he doesn't disappear. If he does disappear, I suggest coming to right here and then quitting the game and reloading it, and then he'll be there and you can just swing at him right away. So this is the reason I don't usually buy a bow from the merchant, because you'll get the longbow right here. So that way is the basin. So I'm gonna come say hello to an old friend. Hello. Just gonna shout at him and then run away. Come back here to a more open area. And I'm just going to backstab him to death. I am not going to parry him. The halberd can be kind of weird to parry, like with moves like that. It's much easier to just block them, go around behind, and then get the backstab. Just make sure you don't accidentally walk off. And one more. Well, it's a blue Titanite chunk for me. Useless. So I'll come back down. Grab this. I guess. Yeah, I will rest at this bonfire. I don't always, but I'm just worried that Havel's gonna knock me out based on some of the performances I've had in this. Oh, actually, I have enough for one more level. I'm gonna start giving myself a little bit more dexterity, probably to 25. Then I might honestly go back to strength and do like a quality build. I don't know. This is where my build may divert from what you're doing. I'd suggest that if you are going dexterity, to kind of just stick with that. Like, this is a B scaling. It's really good for just a dex build. Plus, like I said, the bleed effect that it has is just beautiful, and there's a bunch of bosses that are affected by that, which is so helpful because it just gives you an extra chunk of damage. But you know, then you can mess around with some other dexterity weapons that you'll find later in the game. You know, but you get some pretty decent quality weapons in the beginning. But I don't know. I might just stick with dexterity. It'll kind of depend on what weapons I see, what kind of weapons I get bequeathed to me by the RNG gods. If I get something fun, I might try it out. I've kind of played every build that you can in this game, so I tend to just kind of default to dexterity or quality builds because it's, you know, fast weapons. You roll, you swing, you roll again. But coming up here, we're going to ignore the golems and ignore all this nonsense with the Hydra for now. We're just going to stick along this side. And come on up to the tower. Well, that's just rude. He's not fat, he's big armored. Oh. Okay. Interesting. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm going to be probably quite quiet while I do this. This is the general strategy. You want to be close enough to bait him into a swing, then just come around behind him and backstab him. Back up, bait him into a swing, come around, backstab him. Lock back on, back up, let him swing, come around. Okay, he's got a shield up, I'm going to roll away. Be very careful. I have a bad habit of rolling backwards with him. I do not suggest it. You almost always want to roll either forwards, even sideways can be tricky, but almost always forwards or sideways. Rolling backwards is a good way to get clipped at the end of your roll by the dragon tooth, and you will absolutely die. So just be super careful. Oh. There we go. It's, you know, a tedious process, but you don't want to die. Alternatively, you can kind of keep baiting him like through that door. There's a reason why you keep your shield raised too while you're doing this. Okay. Goodbye, Havel. You were a friend and a confidant. Alright. So now I'll replace that Tearstone ring. Like I said, these are really the two rings you want to have early on. Super good. Especially if you don't have heavy armor on. The wolf ring giving you that extra poise is really nice. Actually, only just now occurs to me that this says absolutely nothing in the description about what it does. I mean, it says boost poise there, but that's so incredible. How did any of us ever know what any of this did? So funny. Anyway, yeah, so when you get hit, there's less a chance you'll get staggered while you're wearing this ring. Armor also increases your poise. So, like, if you're wearing Havel's armor, attacks, just general attacks, have a much lower chance of actually staggering you. And then Havel's allows you to wear more stuff while having that fast roll. So I am actually going to test and see what I can wear. Oh, nice. I can wear full... Can I wear my hat? Probably not. That'll probably put me over. Oh, that'll put me over. Okay. I probably, in this situation, take off my shield and put the helmet on, but, you know, whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, so now I'll just go up the tower. Obviously, you don't have to even bother with Havel. You can just run away from him. But that's why I rested at that bonfire down under where the Black Knight was. It's just if, for whatever reason, Havel managed to kill me, as he has all these people, I would respawn over there and I can just run back up and try again. So, you know, that's a valid strategy. You can kind of, like, just keep... You can kind of just keep, like, coming in, baiting him, having him come to the... You know, you can run out, bait him, he'll run to this door, or you can get a hit in, maybe. But you leave yourself in this narrow corridor where he's swinging the dragon tooth, and that can be a nightmare. I find it the most... I don't know if efficient's the right word, but the most likely, giving you the best odds is to just fight him down here where there's some decent open area, and just keep that shield raised, walk up, bait him into an attack while he's in his animation, back up, and then as he finishes his animation, run around behind him and get that backstab. That's the easiest way to kill him. do, do, do. Whee! All the way up the tower. Oh, that wind up takes so much time. Anyway, so now we'll keep coming up. We'll come back where we fought the Taurus Demon. I'm not going to bother killing those archers. Alright. And so this will lead us back to here. I'm going to trigger the dragon again. Just to get some baby souls. 430 souls, not bad. It just also keeps, sometimes it can get weird, and like while you're opening this door it can kind of trigger, or if you like walk too far this way in here it can trigger, and sometimes you'll get clipped by fire in here. It can be weird, it can be glitchy. That might not be the case in the remaster, I don't know, but you know, it's good just to trigger it right away. Alright. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to go up here. And unlock this little shortcut. I'd suggest coming right out here, going across and resting at that bonfire. Just so that if you die down below, you'll respawn there, and you can just run across, kill these guys, and come down here. That's my suggestion. Whoa! That camera almost killed me. Watch that little ping pong off all those walls. #1 boss in the game. Camera. So just kind of slowly come down these stairs. You will awaken the dogs. Not quite sure how that swing killed the other one, not that one, but you know. And then this one is the last one. Same thing, just let them ping off your shield and then swing at them. It's always easiest because when they ping off, they won't jump around for like half a second. Griggs is gonna start screaming. There it is.
Somebody help me, damn. I'm out.
So this is the other reason you buy the residence key. I don't think it has a use after this. I might be wrong, but I can't think of one. So we can free Griggs. He's a sorcerer, which could be fun. Has one sorcery that I might buy from him. Grab the sorcerer stuff in that barrel. I'm gonna come down here. I actually should top off just because I'm asking to die. Come out here and come back. Torch Hollows are the other notorious terrible basic enemy. Just because they've got a couple attacks that are really infuriating. Grab the twins. Alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to two-hand my weapon. I think. What is this two-hand? Yeah, that should work. We're going to come to this door. Strong attack. Come to this door. Strong attack. And then we're going to walk up here. That door will pop open and there's a guy. And if you walk back here, you'll realize that these doors have opened as well. However, we already killed the guys that were in there. That's the easiest way to deal with that. There's some weapons that won't be able to kill them. Either you'll be able to hit them once and you won't kill them, or some weapons just don't have a good enough moveset to be able to slash through the door. But yeah, and then you can pick up the mail breaker there. A terrible, terrible weapon, but you know, you can pick it up anyway. So this message already tells you what I'm going to do. Go away. So you can literally watch the dog walk from that end of the hallway all the way up here, and you're just going to stand here and let him come to you. It's the easiest way to deal with this section. Ping, swing, and then we'll walk up. And all these doors are going to pop open. Ping, ping, swing. That little stance he's in, he will parry you. When he's got the knife up and the shield at the side, he will parry if he gets hit like that. Watch out, there's another dog. There we go. What'd you drop? Oh, some Hollow Thief's tights. Break this. Pick up the soul. Come in here. Oh, nope. Come in here. Pick up the set. And the target shield. Oh. Roll down here. Open up the shortcut first. So, watch this guy. And then this guy. Then we'll go all the way down to this end and grab this. And then we'll come up here and unlock the shortcut, just so that if for whatever reason the Capra Demon absolutely claps me, which he absolutely might, because so much of that fight is just random bullshit. I am going to buy some clumps and some poison arrows.
Come again.
Alright. Get this open. Now we'll use extreme confidence and hope that because I didn't rest at Firelink, my absolute confidence here in myself will carry through and I'll kill the Capra Demon on the first shot. Which is highly unlikely, but listen. We're gonna believe in ourselves here. Yeah. And I'm probably overweight now. Oh, I'm not. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So, there are strategies for dealing with the Capra Demon. None of them are really solid, because there's so many things that could go wrong in this like the second you step through this fog. There are so many factors, because there's him and the two dogs, and that's 3 AIs that you have to worry about in a small little cramped zone. You can actually throw dung pies over the wall and kill the Capra Demon with poison. It's a weird thing. I've never done it, but it absolutely works. The best thing to do, there's two main strategies. One is you walk through, you have a good shield, you block his attack, and then you go up the stairs. The other is that you move towards the stairs, dodge roll his attack, and then run towards. So if I just block, I'm going to try this one. Okay, so not enough. So I might die. Okay, well, worked out. Really, once you're up here, you're kind of home free. Watch him and roll when he does that. And you should be... Oh, no. Oh my god, how am I not dead? Okay. So this weapon... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, this weapon might be an issue. Oh boy, this is not something that I realized could be concerning. Okay. Holy. Okay. Easy. Hardly even a problem. Barely an inconvenience. I don't know what you're talking about. This was super simple. Uh-oh. This is the cheesy way to deal with the Capra Demon. Is to just shoot arrows at his head. Oh, is he bugged out? What happened there? He just kept turning around in a circle. Well, anyway. So that was one of the sloppiest Capra Demon fights I've ever had. But I did do it on the first try, so hey, that's something, I guess. Yeah, the dogs are the worst part. If it weren't for the dogs, this would not be a hard fight. Not that it's a hard fight, it's just an annoying one. If you get bad RNG with the dogs, where they like both, because one was kind of over here when I came in, he was kind of behind the Capra Demon, but sometimes you'll end up with both of them, like right here on this side. And if you end up with that, you're almost always dead, because they'll keep you from going up the stairs. Once you get up the stairs, you just come right in as far as you can and block until the Capra Demon jumps and falls down. As long as you keep blocking, you should be alright. But just remember to kind of drop your block periodically to get your stamina back. You need to trade some health in order to survive. Yeah, geez, I don't know what would have worked better. Maybe if I just two-handed it and struck them? I don't know. That was weird. Anyway. At least that's the Capra Demon down. So now we can come down to the depths. We did the lower Underberg. Now it's time for the depths. Depths. Okie dokie. Be wary of enemy. You don't say. So there's one over here. One over there. Grab the soul. One out here. Ping. There's one right there. You can't actually jump You can't actually jump right over the rail from here. Oh! You can like jump off of here onto the rail and down. I don't really know. I don't know that that's helpful, but you know, something you can do. You know, you could also. Oh, I don't know. I still have it equipped. You could hit them with arrows. I think there's one more right here. And there's a dog right here. Okay, we'll top off for this. Best strategy here, best practices, is to use some kind of projectile to get the dog's attention. Have him run first because he'll move faster than the butcher. Oh. Or alternatively, the butcher will just kind of stand there menacingly. It's interesting. If I walk out, oh, there we go. Just because I was obscured by the pillar, I guess. But yeah, when you pull the dog, the butcher also gets upset. So just keep that in mind. Oh, too early. Okay, butcher dead. Okay. So, you definitely never want to forget this. This is how you level up your weapons beyond +5. So right now it's Uchigatana +5. So that'll allow you to take it up to +10. Now, this is... I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. That's the right way. That's the technically right way to go. I never go that way. I always go this way. So you break the boxes. There's this hole here. You drop down to Giant Rat Man. I'm going to use my black fire bombs finally. Remember that as you throw, it'll put you forward a little bit, so you might need to take a little bit of a step back after each throw, so it doesn't toss you down with them. Do I care? Might as well. I don't know how much I care about the spider shield, but it's good for blocking poison. Which is the whole reason it's in this section. Let's pick up this humanity. And this soul. Yep. Get the key. You can pick that key up from either side. And then we're going to do the cha-cha. And you want to stick as close to this side as you can, and then as you go down you're going to hold your joystick over to this side, so you're pushing to that side the whole time, and then you won't fall down that hole. You'll just end up down here. And so you've essentially skipped this whole section because now you can come up here, because this door doesn't open from the other side, it only opens from this side. So you'd have to do the whole loop all the way around the depths in order to get to that door. And oh, that was a neat trick. Also saw a little bit of the end of the world there through that wall. Come up here, be wary of the torch hollow. Bonk. You should get a humanity for killing him. Yeah. I don't know if it's specifically... It's always him that gives it to you, but I don't know if it's specifically him that's supposed to give it, or I don't really know what governs that. Ghosties. Well, like this. if you plan on exploring the depths, whether you came from the normal way or from my little tricky way, um, it's probably good to give yourself. Oh, I have 2 levels. Yeah, sure. Um, I probably wouldn't suggest going too greedy into dexterity. Once you get it to 20, I'd suggest going vitality 20 and endurance 20, and then coming back to dexterity. Unless there's maybe a specific weapon you want to use, but for the most part, going any higher than 20 is just for scaling, not so much for being able to use things. And thankfully, starting a warrior gives you the 13 strength anyway, which gives you pretty much more than enough strength to use anything generic in the early game. Some of the stuff you might need to two-hand, but for the most part, you can use everything. But after 20, it's just basically building more damage. So I would suggest going 20 in dexterity while kind of bringing these up to like 12 to 14. And then once you get that 20, going 18 and 16, or 18 and 16, going to 20 and 20 here. So I do, yeah, like bring them all up kind of equally. And then once you get 20 vitality and 20 endurance, I'd start going back to dexterity, maybe up to 25 or 30, and then putting more points into these two. Kind of just as you feel fit. If you feel like you need more health, put more into vitality. If you feel like you need more endurance, more stamina, toss the points into endurance. If you feel like you're not dealing enough damage, dexterity can be something to look at if you're using a dex build with a dex weapon. If you're not dealing enough, or if you feel like you're not dealing enough damage, something to keep in mind too is that maybe you need to upgrade your weapon. That's something you always want to make sure you're keeping an eye on, is that you're not falling behind in upgrading your weapon. So yeah, I just don't do the depths anymore. There's not. I'm trying to think. There's not really anything in the depths of note. There's the Kirk invasion. There's an NPC that'll invade you at one point. But even if you do my skip here, you can still do that pretty easily. There's the Ring of the Evil Eye. That gives HP for every enemy you kill, but it gives very little HP. It's kind of just, you know, a whatever. Humanity, nice. A whatever ring. I can't really remember what else is down here, but it's not like there's huge items that you're gonna be like missing out on by not like going through the whole depths level. And honestly, I don't know. There's the basilisks that can petrify you. There's the rats and the poison. I just don't think that it's worth bothering with the whole level. Yeah, so you can come down around here. Watch out for that rat in a box. This rat will back off and fall down to bait you into these rats. Kill them all, and then come down underneath the stairs. And just walk straight. Pick this up. Loop around. And we'll come up the fog wall. So here is where the channeler is. So if you just walk to that rail, one of the rats will leash to you. And he'll just sit there for some reason. If he doesn't do that, channeler's running to me. Let him come up. He's got magic, but he seems intent on hitting me with his trident. Watch the arc on that. As you can see, where it pinged off my shield. It has quite a reach. I usually do come down here after killing him. Kill him. Come down here. I just walk right at the boxes to burst them open. You can actually just have them come out one at a time if you go slow enough. There's nothing there. And we'll get this large Titanite shard. That's what we need to get from +5 to +10. So picking those up is super helpful. Is there an item here? What's a rat? No? For some reason my brain was telling me that. Anyway, so we'll just go back the way we came. I always kill the Channeler. It's just having him alive when you're trying to fight the dragon is such a pain in the ass. Because he can do his dance and buff the dragon's damage. He can just shoot you with his soul arrows. It's a whole thing. So I'm just going to drop down. And I'm just going to go do the boss fight. And get out of the depths. Because I don't want to be here. Just gonna stick to the sides so that slimes don't fall down on me, because there are, you can see one there. There are a few slimes. He's chasing me, but that doesn't matter. Oh, actually. So if you come over to Domhnall,
I'm Donald, I'm just, I adore.
he sells gold pine resins. Apparently he only sells 3, because now there's no mountain. But here we are. But that's a good pickup, especially if you used all of your gold pine resins. Yeah, if you've used all yours before you get to that point. Oh, I forgot to talk to Lautrec a second time. Okay, well, I'll grab the crossbow anyway. So you can summon Solaire for this fight. And I think right here is where the summon sign for Lautrec is. But you need to talk to him when he moves to Firelink in order to get his summon sign here. I don't suggest summoning either for this fight. This is one of the few fights in the game that has an NPC summon that I say if you're struggling, it probably won't help. You're welcome to try it, but there's 2 big things to keep in mind. The dragon has a super predictable moveset if you're solo. If there's somebody else with you, it's much more difficult to tell what he's going to do at any given time. And it's more likely that you'll see more difficult moves to deal with. 2, the dragon has a ridiculous amount of HP, and bringing in a summon is only going to increase the amount of HP he has. Which means that, yeah, you'll have a friend, but that friend probably isn't going to deal enough damage to make up for the health that the dragon has. The only thing that I will say in favor of the summon is that if you have both, for the love of God, don't summon 2, because you'll never get through that dragon. His health will be just incredibly huge. But I would always suggest summoning Solaire over Lautrec, because Solaire has some lightning miracles, and he's a dragon, so he's weak to lightning. So that's really the only redemption for Solaire in this fight. So, get that fire out of my face. I'm gonna equip my gold pine resin. I'm gonna switch to it. Actually, I will just top off that little bit of health just so that I have it done. Gonna go through. Let him crawl his way up. I'm gonna buff. As he slams, I'm gonna run towards him. 2-hand my weapon. Get 3 shots in and just walk to the side. Keep walking to the side. Keep walking alongside him. Let him stop moving. Run towards him. Gonna see if I get the tail. Get 3 on his tail. Back up, but not too far. perfect. The goal is to kind of get him in this constant chain of chomp, run, chomp, run, chomp, run. Got greedy there. So I'm going to back off. Not too far, just far enough that he's still in range to chomp. Uh-oh. Hey. Oh. Vomiting. If he vomits, just run. You can tell he vomits because the teeth close over and he kind of wriggles around. So you gotta slam. Oh, you. Uh-oh. That's why you keep your eyes on him. Oh. Okay, that should be far enough. I don't want to get too far away from him, because too far is how you end up with jump attacks and that kind of stuff. You can see the damage difference between having the gold pine resin on and not. Hey, I got it. So when you break his tail, he is gonna stand up immediately. Oh, shit. Come here. Slime at my face. Thank you. Bad. Bad. Dead. So, reflections on the Gaping Dragon. Having the gold pine resin is hugely impactful because he takes very little damage from physical, but lightning absolutely messes him up. Always two-hand when you're fighting him. There's I don't know what you're going to block with that shield. You want to be far enough away from him that you're not worried about getting hit by anything. But don't be too scared. That's the biggest problem with this boss, is being too scared. Like, when he slams down, you need to towards his head. And you don't want to be too far away from him, because when he slams, you want to be able to get at least 2 hits in on his head. So don't be too scared of him. You don't want to keep him at too much bait, or, give him too much room, right? Because if you give him too much room, he's going to do things like jump up in the air and try to slam down on you to cover the distance. He's going to do things like try and vomit. He's going to, if you're not giving him his space, he'll try and tail swipe you if he still has a tail, that is. But, these are just things to keep in mind. Obviously, his little tiny baby head is the weak spot. So that's why we want to use our pine resin and get those hits in as soon as he slams down. Let him do his little shuffle. Stay away from the legs. You don't have to run to the other side of the room. Just stay. Give his legs enough room. If his leg is right here, stay over here. That's all you need to do, and let him shuffle along. Just make sure that you're giving him that much room so that the leg doesn't clip you and you get hit by him. But, even if you do get hit by a leg, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's not going to kill you in one shot, not with the HP you have or with armor you're wearing. And just let him finish shuffling, come up behind him and hit his tail. You can get honestly, you can get 4 swings in if you're using a fast weapon. But, do whatever feels comfortable for you. And I would try... I try to just kind of constantly keep the gold pine resin up, but really you should only need 2, maybe 3 to finish out the fight. And that's why you don't summon for this fight, or why I suggest you shouldn't summon for this fight. His AI becomes super predictable in single player, and he takes so much damage when you have the lightning on your sword. But yeah. I'll return to my bonfire. rather than run all the way back up because it's quite a walk. I'll level up. So this is like quite a sizable level up. I can get what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get 4. So I'll do 1 more here, 2 more here, 1 more here. That looks good to me. So yeah, this is the kind of like stat rounding you want to see. You got your 20 vitality, giving you some decent health. You've got some endurance on the go. You've got your dexterity building up. Like, this is all good. Yeah. So now we got the key to Blighttown from the dragon, but I don't want to go through Blighttown that way. And I don't really think anybody should have to go through Blighttown that way. Because that way is a nightmare. So we're going to come back out the way we theoretically should have come to the depths. We'll open this door. Now be careful. I am going to go rescue Laurentius. You can just where am I? I'm lost. Oh no. Jeez, I got all turned around there. Yeah, so as you come around this corner, she'll drop down. And this is a little bit of a weird place to fight her, but I wouldn't suggest going in the door, because you run the risk of one of you hitting Laurentius by accident. Ugh, Dark Souls camera. Just keep that shield up and she won't be able to do a whole lot to you. Stay behind her, get the backstab. And pick up the sack. Jacob, for whatever reason, said that the sack was a super rare drop. It always drops from one of the two. You always get a sack in your playthrough. I think it's because you can trade it to the crow for something. I don't know what, I can't remember. Maybe a twinkling titanite? I don't know. But I don't know why that is, but if you don't get it from the first butcher, it'll always drop from the second. So it's not rare. It always drops. So Laurentius is in here. He'll call out to you when you walk in. You can see him in the barrel. So just roll through the barrels and he'll be free. Talk to him. So if you did choose a Pyromancer, this is your Pyromancing Trainer. So he'll go back to Firelink Shrine now that we've rescued him. Same as Griggs, the sorcerer that we rescued in the lower undead burg. So we're just going to walk along this outside wall. There's 2 dogs there, but they won't bother you as long as you stay over here. And then there's the one right here. Oy. There we go. What? Locked onto a hollow upstairs. That's interesting. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Kill these hollows. Kill these hollows. And away we go. Alright. So this may seem like the long way around, and it kind of is, but it's worth it to not have to go through Blighttown the hard way. Some normal arrows. You do. What do I want? me grab a couple. How many can I buy? I'm gonna grab a couple. I grab quite a few of those. I'd probably recommend grabbing some of these. If you're using just a general weapon, it's kind of always positive to have weapon buffs on hand. Homeward Bones are always good to stock up on. I already have 7. I don't use them that often. And you pick up 6 in that little beginning Firelink run that I do. The poison effect is not super helpful. If for whatever reason you're having trouble with the ghosts later on, and you're running out of transient curses, she sells them, so you can just pop some consumable souls or farm some souls and buy a bunch from her, so that you don't have to worry about running out. But, you know, when theoretically we inevitably get there, I'll show you different places to pick up some extra curses anyway. But, you know, something to keep in mind. Yeah, the fire is good. Alluring skulls can be nice to pick up. I don't really use them, except for to kill that boar. Poison throwing knives can be helpful, but I don't really worry about it. But I would definitely suggest picking up a couple of these and a chunk of these, just because you're going to deal with so much poison and toxic in Blighttown.
Come again.
So we'll come out, we'll go all the way along the tunnel back to Firelink. Alright. Oh my god. Please. Almost terribly embarrassing. Was only just plain embarrassing. That was weird. Just fundamentally did not get a plunging attack there. Interesting. Guess I can't see Salden either. Just... Oh, but I can see that ghost. That's interesting. I can't see the NPCs, but I can see the ghost. Anyway. When does he load in? Am I just staring at him and don't see him? Oh, there he is. Oh, look at him. The grass loads onto the... That's so funny to me. I don't know why. That's literally... This is a new thing for me to notice. That's funny. Anyway, here's Griggs.
Oh, I regret me. At least we...
Yeah, we both made it back. I don't know if he'll actually talk to me.
3 young clerics headed for the catacombs.
3 young clerics headed for the catacombs.
Poor young girl sent
Poor young girl sent into a tomb. What a terrible mission. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to me. I think you need 10. Yeah, you need 10 intellect for him to talk to you. I mean, he'll talk to you, but to sell you spells and that kind of stuff, he sells a couple rings too. You need 10 intelligence to get that dialogue. But we can come talk to Laurentius.
Well, I see you, mate. Yeah, I have my Pyromancer, the Great Swarm. Oh, yeah. By the way, I can share
So he
the
says you can share your spells if you have the knack. All you need are the materials. Pleased to help. So he asks if you find the magics unsavory. So he does this like little mind game with you, where you want to say, no, I don't find them unsavory.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful. Oh, interesting. My controller managed to use motion controls there for a second.
From the great swamp. Why, let's get started.
A
Right.
fully fledged Pyromancer. So, the Pyromancy Flame upgrades the same way that regular weapons do. So as you build up the Pyromancy Flame, as you reinforce it, you will deal more damage with your pyromancies. The only difference between the flame and regular weapons is that you don't need Titanite to upgrade it. You just need souls, and it will cost a lot as you build it up. You know, we go from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000, and it just keeps
Goodbye then.
growing and growing and growing. Oh, I should at least show this stuff. But he does sell some pretty straightforward pyromancies. So Fire Orb is a straight up better version of Fireball. Combustion is a very good short range spell. Iron Flesh kind of gives you like heavy armor. Obviously, without having armor, it just turns your flesh to iron. It's not really good, but you know, something to keep in mind. Flash Sweat gives you, I think, just fire resistance. Yeah, it just reduces fire damage in this game. I think in Dark Souls 3 it reduces like all elemental damage, but anyway, not important. And this one is just fire damage. It's not that big a deal. I wouldn't concern yourself with it. And then he sells another cast of Fireball. So, if you're already a Pyromancer, you can get another cast. Fire Orb is really good. Combustion is really good. I mean, I say really good. I just mean, yes, there are other pyromancies down the road that'll be much better, but these are just really good to have early on if you're trying to do pyromancy.
Goodbye then.
But keep in mind, if you're not, or even if you are, you need to increase his attunement stat in order to get more attunement slots to be able to put pyromancies onto your bar to use. Something you need to always be aware of. Like, in order to attune magic, you need to have the slots. Okay, so I'm going to rest at this bonfire. Gives me my 10 Estus. Anything to say?
What a surprise. Oh, somebody you never
Yeah, it was me who rang the bell.
Now.
No, only one more now. It's going to be suicide. Well, we'll find out. Very well might be. So here's Lotrac. He moved down to Firelink. Weakness absolutely is kicking.
Ah, I have your reward.
My reward? A sunlight medal?
I am grateful.
Oh wait,
to
Solaire
you.
gives me those. He must not be a bad guy.
For you. Oh, I'm considering a change.
Change of location.
I have a rather...
Up above?
That keeper has served me well.
Keeper served you well?
but
Enough with her.
Oh, I'm considering that.
Up above? What could possibly be up above? And done with the Firekeeper? Alright, you gave me a sunlight medal, so I'll trust you. I don't have any Firekeeper souls now. Okay, good. Alright, so we're gonna come this way, because this is the non-headache means of dealing with Blighttown. I think I'll leave this down. Alright, we'll come out here, where we went to see our good friend the zombie dragon, who made me a fool. And we'll instead come into this giant cave. Okay, so we have our giants. Gonna break that just so that I get his attention. Okay. He's still got it, folks. General strategy is to just let them swing, backstab them. Hold up your shield. Let them swing. Backstab them. Is the other one running to me? No. Shield up. Let him swing. Backstab him. The reason you keep the shield up the whole time is that those swings have huge arcs on them. So even if you think it's not going to hit you, it might still hit you even from behind him. So just keep the shield up. Can I get a backstab on him without him turning around? Oh. Okie doke. Blighttown. So this is technically the end of Blighttown. If we went through the normal way, this is where we'd be coming to leave. So we're going through it backwards. In fact, this key is what unlocks that gate that we used the master key for at the beginning. So this is where you'd be coming up after defeating Blighttown, and you'd be coming out this way. You'd grab that key and you'd leave. That's why this is the easier way. This isn't even the Blighttown part of Blighttown. Kill the bugs. Beautiful chaos bugs, and just keep an eye out for the mosquitoes. They're a pain. You kind of just want to go quickly enough that you're not exposing yourself to too much danger. You can drop right down here on top of him. Oh, unless, oh no, I did hit him. He just didn't stagger. And then come around here, and then right to here. As that passes, drop onto him, and just let it carry you down. Down, 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 and then we'll roll off. And roll off. So I am human, so I am going to be invaded here. There we go. There she is. Oh, she running. Oh, she running. Good move. Do it again. Oh, trying to kick me, huh? Rude. Punk. She suffers from the same issue that all enemies do, or as long as you keep your shield up, she's just gonna ping pong right off it anyway. So I'll pick up her stuff. So yeah, even if you are human when you come down here and get invaded, it's not really that big a deal. Just keep her shield up, let her ping off, give her a swing, put the shield back up. You, when she does that two-hand slam, just, you know, loop around behind, get the backstab. So yeah, came down here. We're gonna loop, holding on to the left side. Kill the bug. And we're gonna come right in our little alcove here for a bonfire. So this is the main bonfire we'll use. Oh, Just, yeah. Every time I see this bonfire, I just debate whether or not I'm going to rest. Because if I don't, I can homeward bone after I beat the boss all the way back up to Firelink Shrine without having to climb back up. But, you know, one, I'm worried that I'm going to mess up, and two, I want to show you the way that you probably should do it, not the way that I sometimes do. Yeah, so we'll grab that dragon scale. Those are used for upgrading dragon weapons. The dragon weapons aren't particularly great. Although speaking of dragon, there's the dragon summon. I forget how that works. I think that once you touch it, they automatically invade you and you duel, and the winner gets a dragon scale. The reason that they're naked is because they use the dragon items to make themselves draconic and use some dragon moves. It's pretty cool. I still have 12 Estus. So many Estus slots. Oh my god. Yeah, so we're just gonna come out, kill the respawned bugs. You're just gonna get poisoned here. Don't stress about it. The bugs will start coming after you if you just come right here. They'll just leave. So, yeah, that's the trick. Obviously, as you can see, you don't want to get any closer. Or you'll get, what's the phrase? Pummeled by boulders? I think that's it. Yeah, you don't have to wait that long. As soon as they turn away, you can walk just right back over here. We're gonna stick to this wall. Kill the chaos bug. And we'll just keep trotting along. Roll up here. We're going to roll up on this side of this pillar. And then just walk around these. But spy roots? Yeah, roots. Sure, roots. And we'll just come right up here. You don't want to get too close because the guys with boulders will turn on you. And that's not what you want. Oh, hey. Playing. Solar power. Nice. some awesome cosplay going on. Oh, someone summoned him. Nice. Well, yeah, there's a lot more people playing online today than I would have expected. Don't just leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's not worth it. So we come down here and try Ember. Very funny joke. So we killed Mildred. So this is the NPC summon for this fight. So you can summon Maneater Mildred. She's pretty decent. She has decent health and she deals okay damage with the cleaver. But again, it's the same issue as literally every NPC summon, where she's just gonna add health to the boss. So it's up to you. She makes for a nice distraction, so that you can back off and heal and then re-engage. So that's definitely the biggest selling point for Mildred in this fight. But she's the only NPC summon. You can always summon a human. Obviously, there's some people around. I don't know what Xbox is like, but you know, if you're online, you can always summon a real person. But Mildred's pretty good. You have to get invaded by her for her to be here, though. So as long as you haven't killed the boss, just reverse your hollowing at the bonfire, and then she'll invade you in the swamp, and as long as you kill her, she'll show up here. I'm trying to decide whether I want to summon her or just do it by myself. I'll show you this fight solo, and then, you know, you can come to your own conclusions. So I'm going to buff as soon as I come in the fog, because she'll be running towards me. I'll lock on. She's going to throw some lava fire, get a bunch of swings. Ow! What the hell? Okay, roll out of that. Oh! Well, that's the, and that's the fight. So anyway, first attempt, here we go. Yeah, that sucked. For some reason I got clipped by the fire breath, or lava breath, whatever you want to call it. Chaos breath, I guess technically is what it is. And ended up in the lava, and then while I was trying to roll away, she started doing her AoE explosion. So that AoE explosion is pretty nasty, as is evident by my my beautiful little I think it's called a death. I am just gonna casually use one of these though, get rid of that, so that I don't have to use an Estus flask. Not that, I don't know why. I'm so used to conserving flasks. Just a second nature, even though I've got 11 down there. So I did waste a gold pine resin, so that sucks, but, you know, be what it is I could do. I will buff before going in this time, just in case she's at a different point. No, she's still running from the same place. I'm just going to quickly grab these. Just going to jump, I'm going to roll. So that, just back up. She'll snap with her little spindly legs. Just move off to the side with that. It's going to leave a lava pool. So I'm going to just bait her over here so that I don't have to fight in the lava pool. So as she swings the sword, just stay to right in this nook right by the spider head, and you'll be fine. She'll miss every swing. So just like that. She just misses. Yep, just stick right there and it'll be fine. Hello? Oh. Shoot. Forget I was here. That's a little rude. You can see the damage difference between having the resin versus not. Uh-oh. This is not a good spot for me. Don't like being right up against a wall here. I'm just gonna have her spider her way out of there. So just, yeah, just stick by the spider head as she swings, and then get some swings in when she's done. Oh, jeez, I thought she was doing the AoE there for a second. Dunk. Okay. Gonna re-up my... Jeez. I'm so paranoid about the AoE now. Okay, there it is. So, yeah. The spider head bows, and she... Oh, hello. arena here. She's just casually exploding over there. Uh-oh. Jump attack. Oh, I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of what's happening right here. Shit. Okay. Okay. I was in kind of focus mode there for a second, but yeah, that's the fight. So it's not the hardest, but it's definitely a difficult fight. This is a fight that might take a long time to overcome. It's a matter of learning all these little moves and how she telegraphs them. You did do it, buddy. You sure did. So like things like where the spider head drops down, she fully drapes down over it and puts her hand on the side of its head. That's the explosion. The legs come in, the head drops down, you need to get out of there. 2 rolls backwards is usually enough to get you out of that radius. But if that explosion hits while you're rolling, you're almost certainly dead. But other than that, it's just a matter, I mean, it's a really big arena, so it's just a matter of making sure that you're managing how much is covered in lava versus where you're fighting her. So, you know, if she covers this whole end in lava, just kite her back to the other side, fight her over there for a bit, move back over as the lava dissipates. It's not the most difficult fight in the game by any stretch, but it's one that definitely requires some learning. Ding dong. Ooh, I'm all jerky-ish now. Okay, so we come down here, at the bottom of the stairs, there's this wall covered in egg sacs, and there's the broken wall. So there is a bonfire out here, but that's not the one we want. Now if you're playing online, somebody might guide you to the right section, but there's one part of this room, so here's the bottom of the stairs. So you've got the bricks, you've got this, the eggs, and then you've got this little dip, this little alcove, right? With a wall. That's what you want to hit. Oh. So we're going to talk to Angie. I am a servant. Yeah, no, I know I don't, but you know. long as you say yes, you're a new servant, he'll crawl out of the way. He won't fight you. Because he is protecting our good friend the Fair Lady. So she can't speak, or you can't understand her. Something's clearly going on, but I'm going to enter her covenant, and that will give me a very good pyromancy. So I pretty much, I think, all of the chaos pyromancies pyromancies require 2 spell slots. So over, right under pyromancy, it's type pyromancy slots 2. So it takes 2 attunement slots to put this one spell on, and it only has 4 uses. So I don't suggest it for just generally progressing through levels, but for bosses it's very good. It is exactly what Quelaag does, where she throws out the fireball and it has the initial damage, and then it also leaves a pool of lava that deals damage to the enemy. So it's a very very good pyromancy. So I'm gonna yeah. You can eventually warp to this bonfire, so I'm gonna rest at it now so that I'll have it discovered to warp, and I'll level up. Get that 20 and that 25, nice. So I'll do this last bit, and then I'll call it for this stretch. I'm going to come out the broken wall. This is pretty cool lore story with Quelaag and the Fair Lady and all that stuff up there. So we'll come out to the Demon Ruins. Really cool little spot. Oh. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, as terrible as this lava looks, it looked so much worse in the original game. Like, so bad that this is one of the few textures that they actually, went in and completely redid because it looked that bad in the original game. See, whole little place down there. Okay. So this fight may bug out on me, but we'll see how this goes. Here. I'm going to equip that stuff. So we come around, and we see our boy. Ceaseless. Another kind of cool lore character. You can see his face. Seems a little tragic. So we'll come over here. I'm gonna top off my health. Actually, it might be better if I am wearing my armor. So as soon as you pick up this set, he's going to turn hostile. So the goal is to pick up the set, come out a little bit, let him do his attack. Just as it dissipates, you need to run. And not look back, just run. Hold up, let your stamina come back, run. You don't want to let your full stamina bar deplete, because it'll take longer for it to come back. So as soon as it gets low, let go of the button and let it come back. Keep running, just keep running, don't look behind you, just keep running. And right around here, we're going to stop and turn around. Okay, big boy. Come on, big boy. Hiya. And we're going to hit his big mid of a hand. I'm just going to... Bye-bye. It's up to you. You can, oh, cutscene. The terrible lava texture is going away. Wow. You can come back here later and fight him, you know, normally. Air quotes, normally. There's not really a normal way to fight that guy. It's kind of just an annoying fight. And that's why there's this weird little gimmick built in where if you just run back here and just wait, he'll leap at you and get stuck. And as you saw, I switched to my fist because it hits faster than my katana does. And it's just, I think it's like 9. I think it's 9 hits. And he'll let go and fall down and die. So it doesn't matter how much damage you're actually dealing, as long as you hit him 9 times, he'll fall. But it gives you some nice souls at a good time when you're, you know, really trying to get your build together. So I'll level up again. Take that. And now we just leave. We leave Blighttown. We leave Quaeleg's domain. And we have now rung 2 bells. Okie dokie. So we're just going back the way we came. I don't know. Oh. kill this bug just for fun. That ghost kind of freaked me out there. And we're gonna go back up. Actually, I might take a detour. Show you where to get one more. So we'll drop onto one of these. Let it bring us up. Now, this is super finicky. Let it put you on top and walk off. If you try to roll off when it's here, chances are good you'll fall down between the two. It's happened to me so many times. So if you just wait till it puts you at the top and just walk or roll off onto here, it's much safer. So we'll just climb back up. You can see there's the little dog. And it's just basically a big hamster wheel, and he's powering it. Gonna heal. I'm gonna equip Spider Shield real quick. Wait. This is not the right spot. I'm still down one level too many. Here we go. Come over here. Shit. So this is a real shitty area to deal with. Oof. Cure that real quick. Toxic is Poison's gross, terrible older brother, i.e. me. I think I'm just going to ignore him. Yeah, so you want to kind of avoid it. Just going to do this. Oh, he moved. Try to do a plunging attack on him. Watch out for these little goofballs. They will breathe fire at you. Oh, like this. Okay, he fell down to see me anyway. Okay. There we go. There's the fire keeper soul we came for. There's no reason to go there. Yeah, this is a super difficult area to get through just because of all the toxic guys. You're trying to keep your health up while probably toxic. It's pretty much impossible to avoid getting toxic while you're in here, just because there's so many of them. But anyway, there's a Firekeeper soul there. I mean, you can't just rush in, grab it, and die. That's definitely a viable strategy. But, you know, it's just a matter of climbing back up. I usually find it easier just to say goodbye to these guys. Bye. Goodbye. And just run past them. How far did they come? They still there? No. Yeah, so that key that we got in the chest on the other side opens this. But that's why we have the master key. That's the reason. That's the biggest reason. If you want, I can show you going through Blighttown the shitty way, slash the normal way, slash the long way. There are some items there that could be useful, but nothing super important. Wait a second. What? He didn't. It's consumable? What the hell is it? Oh. Invade the world of a murderer of a firekeeper. Defeat the perpetrator and reclaim the soul of the firekeeper. Keeps constant watch on the city of the gods in Orlando. Wonder why that is. I don't think I ever realized that this was an interaction. That's hilarious. Anyway, so obviously Latrak killed her, so we have to go up to Anne Orlando and kill him. Because as much as he wanted to have you believe that he was a friend, so now that the Firekeeper's dead, you can't use this bonfire. But thankfully, there's an easy one to access. Do you see that? Maybe if we don't look at it, it won't look at us. Petrus has some friends. Kinda. Maybe we'll do that quest line.
I will be departing.
His guests arrived. He'll be leaving with them. It was a pleasure, Petrus.
I'm afraid that may be difficult. Come again.
Okay.
You look awfully raggedy.
Thanks.
Don't you dare meet my lady like that. You might scare her off.
Well,
Oh,
Maybe we'll let her speak for herself.
what business? Don't suppose we accompany my lady on her. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck. I can't very well abandon them now. Oh, it's you. The catacombs aren't exactly my... What can one do? Rarian.
They're going to the catacombs.
You are undead as well.
I am.
We've no time to fraternize. We must not let this go. Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment by the looks of you? Did I not explain? Or are you so by the looks of you?
Alright. I don't need to be rude. Alright. Alrighty, so we'll get back to Andre here, our good buddy, best pal. That is a fine number.
Why not let
Of course, Andre.
my...
So now we can modify. So it allows us to do raw and go from +5 to +10. So raw increases the amount of just straight damage it does, but it reduces its scaling. As you can see, it goes from a B to a C. So we pretty much never want to do raw. We just want to upgrade it because it'll deal more damage anyway. So I'm just debating.
I'll be safe.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll stick with that for now. Oh, I forgot I still have the Divine Ember. Of course, you know that too. So now you can do Divine, which splits the damage between magic and physical, scaling with Faith. So once you ascend it, it just moves into regular reinforcement. There we go. So now we have +7. Let's just repair all this real quick.
Don't get yours.
I'm just gonna do this. They're talking about Sigurd, maybe. Yeah. This is our next spot. Okay.